Yo, just putting this out there. 56 years of hurt should end this World Cup. Considering the first World Cup was in 1930, and it's 2022, and England have won only one World Cup, no European Championships, in the history of the European Championships. Yeah. And we're we're a country who invented football, and it's a good thing that we share that around the world and spread it around the world. But when you've got Brazil with 5 World Cups, Germany with 4, and then in the FAs they've got a system, they've created those titles with those squads. And with England, I've got to say, a lot of it's to do with the clubs being sold to foreign owners because of how much money they've got. And then they bring in the best foreign players. So not enough English players can reach the height. And the England players who made it to the World Cup, and a few of the ones who didn't make it to the World Cup, are basically majority of the English players in the Premier League, probably. If you look at Bundesliga, how many German players playing at each club? La Liga, I guess. There's how many Spanish players playing at each club in Spain? Look at England. It's like an open market for best foreign talent. These clubs don't do a good enough job at developing more good enough English talent. And yeah. Anything about basketball, US invented basketball, and imagine how the reaction would be if USA failed to win the next two World Championships. There'd be a review, even an investigation into what's happening, what's going wrong, and everything. England, that only happens when we have a bad tournament. Unless you win a trophy, if your country invented the sport, there should be a review of how they can update things, they can change things, and how we want to see the next crop of talent in the future to basically only be better. You always want the next to be better. This squad, this generation of players in this squad, especially, for me, is definitely the best in my lifetime. And probably one of, if not the best, since 1966. But that's insignificant unless we can win the World Cup. Football has to be coming home. Because if we don't win this World Cup, I don't know when we ever will win the World Cup. Or European Championship in Germany in 2 years. Of course, the World Cup's much bigger because it's the world, but yeah. Also, the Nations League, I think we should take the Nations League seriously. I know a lot of people just talk down about it and say, oh, it's just a pointless little tournament. It's still silverware at the end of the day. It's still important to get any silverware when you can. To be relegated from the top division at the Nations League, to be, in my opinion, is really bad. You can't just turn up for World Cups and European Championships and not for another piece of silverware. This is why France want to win it, when Portugal want to win it, why everyone who consistently gets to the last four or does well, but just, you know, they want to win it. You can't disregard it completely. I get that at the end of a long season, you should never have the Nations League straight away. Yeah, of course you shouldn't. That's ridiculous. Really, how they scheduled that. But I think when you got been on holiday, you got time, you should show the country as well as the passion and the pride for the playing at a World Cup or European Championships for any silverware. So yeah, obviously, number one priority World Cup, number two Euros, number three Nations League, but you know it's still a trophy. But yeah, come on, boys. I know not this won't get to England camp, but I believe we can do this. Mbappe is fantastic. Bellingham could be to the level of Mbappe in 4 years' time. Anyone who's under 21 in 2 or 3 years' time could be. But you need to obviously be faster sprinters on and off the ball. And yeah. I mean, think about it this way. France in the first half against Poland were poor. They only turned it on when they scored that goal just before half time. We were pretty dire in the first half defensively against Senegal. But we really turned on the star in the second half. We can't do that. We've got to play 90 minutes with same intensity, same plan, same everything. We've got to go all out for it against France. Or anyone at a World Cup, but especially now. So yeah. Anyway, that's me. Let's go finish now. We should be talking about a 6th World Cup triumph, not a second. But hey, it's what it is. Well, I'm out now. Thanks. Bye.